Welcome back to the Shooting Bench. Brian here. You guys, I've got a couple requests from you guys about doing a follow-up about the abortion that is Hill and Mac and the STG44N that to this day has failed to launch or a single unit leave the factory and get delivered into a customer's hands. So I'm going to make this as brief as I can because I'm trying to hit the bed. But what we got going on is they said they were going to deliver a gun, I don't know, like 5 years ago at this point. They never delivered the gun. I was somewhere between 34 and 36 months on a wait, which they took my money. I think I spent something like $19.70 and change or $21.70 and change. I can't remember the exact number. Finally called them up, got a refund. I did get my refund. That was pretty sketchy in itself. They said they were going to send a check out in the mail the day after I called, and that was a Tuesday. So they said they were going to send it out on a Wednesday. That was a complete lie. They didn't send it out till the following week Thursday. Excuse me, the following week Monday. They called me Wednesday of that week to ask me why I had not cashed the check yet, which tells me they're hurting for money, and that they're in dire straits. It's sad. They should have advertised the gun for more. The gun should have been probably $3,000, $3,200, because there's a lot of machine work that goes into it. I'm not stupid. I was a welder and a metal worker and a fabricator, and I worked with machinists and the lathe guys and dudes that do CNC. So I know the hours that go into programming and hand milling and lathing and hand fitting parts. I'm starting to do more gunsmithing stuff. Now I'm actually going to be going to college here in the spring for ballistic sciences and business management, and I'm going to use some of my VA money to go and do the Sonoran Desert Institute course because they're close to me. So I know it's been a while, beard, but so they called me the day before I got the check, asked me why I hadn't cashed it, and I found that to be really odd. I was like, I haven't even got the check yet. Like, why are you calling me? Who are you to tell me to cash the check? Like, you know what I mean? You took my money. You did screw all with it. Never got my gun. Who are you to tell me what to do with my money? Speaking of it, where is my money? And they're like, oh, you should have had it last week. We sent it out Tuesday. They didn't. I got it Thursday, and I checked. The first thing I looked at was the post stamp on the check. And I guess technically they weren't lying. They did send it out, I guess, on a Tuesday. Or no, it was a Monday. So no, they were lying out that too. They sent it out on a Monday. I had it in hand, and they told me it was pretty important that I cash the check, this, and that. So when a business calls you and tells you to cash your check, that means they probably aren't going to have the funds to cover it if you cash it after that point in time. I went and cashed it Friday on lunch. That Friday on lunch, I was still on active duty. So I went over to the bank, cashed it. It was good. It cleared. So, what's that mean for you guys? Anybody that's looking to get into the STG44N, I would honestly say, don't. Just wait. Wait. Seriously. Like, wait for this gun to actually be in production. People have it in hand. You see reviews on YouTube. Just wait. If you're in for it now, either, I don't know how diehard you are to this company, but when 3 big names on YouTube, Tim from Military Arms Channel, Ian and Carl, both from Forgotten Weapons, well, Ian from Forgotten Weapons and Carl and Ian from In Range, basically say the company is a flop, I don't know what more you need to, I'm not saying be a rat and abandon ship, but I would strongly encourage you guys to ask for a refund. I can't tell you what to do. It's your money. You guys are all individuals. We all have free will. But at the end of the day, Tim stopped selling their set me's in his store because of quality control reasons. They were continuously just giving him beat up internal guns that ran from what I know from my little inroads into the gun community, which aren't many, and I don't know these people personally. But I would highly suggest that you guys take, pro action for yourselves so you're not screwed out of this money. Because from what I understand, from people that I know that are in Georgia, that company is not doing so good. So I would get your money while you can still get it, or end up being like those people that got screwed over with the whole Hudson deal. I understand that debacle was their own doing. They should have never released to the public before it was ready for actual, dealer sales, which means they still had testing and everything to do with that aluminum framed H9. Those guys really got a raw deal, and that was their own fault. They did it themselves. Like I said, they should have never released the fact that they were doing that. So there's the follow-up. I don't know if you guys got any questions. I'll do my best over the next couple of days to pay attention to the comment section, and I'll answer what I can with what I know. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to feed you guys bad intel. That's not one. As much as I now hate that company and the people that work there, they when I called up at first looking for a refund, it was like, I guess it was the day after Ian made that video on Forgotten Weapons. Gun Jesus made his video, and he mentioned the Hill and Mac situation in there, and they immediately, well, are you calling because you seen the video? What video? So then I immediately, logged into YouTube, and I'm scrolling, and sure as shit, Ian had a video right there. And I was like, oh, maybe I should have asked for a refund. But I honestly, I gave it probably another somewhere between 7 to 9 months before I actually said, hey, WTF, it's been like 34, 36 months since I placed my order. Where's the guns? And they lied to me over the phone. Oh, they're shipping, or no, I take it back. It wasn't they were shipping. That's what they told me when I bought the gun, that they had already shipped units out the door. So they did lie to me to get my money. But they told me they were waiting on one more batch of parts from their manufacturer. And they're always saying it's their manufacturer of the parts. The castings aren't right. They're out of spec. This, and that. At what point are you guys going to wake up and realize that these people aren't going to openly name the source that's making their castings, and they're going to constantly ride that crutch? I haven't been on their site recently, but the last I knew, their last update was, I think, January or June of last year. So it's been a full year since they've updated their site with anything. I know for a fact they've stopped replying to Facebook messages. They've stopped replying to inquiries. They've stopped replying to questions actually posted on the page. As far as I can read things, and I can read a scenario pretty okay, I would say that company's swirling the drain, and they're probably going to get flushed quick. So hold off on pre-order. Don't fund it. They're not nice people. They lie to you to get your money. They're hostile. They demand that you cash your check that is rightfully yours. And by the way, if you have a pre-order in, legally, by federal statute and state statute and business law, they have to refund your money upon your request. If that check does not clear, if a check bounces, you're then liable to file a lawsuit. And then with the amount of people that I presume that are still have a pre-order in, if I had to take a wager, I'd probably say there's probably somewhere over 100 people that are still waiting on guns, that still think you're going to get your gun. You might. I don't know. I mean, miracles happen. But if that's the case and they send a check out that bounces, they're then entitled to legal action. And like I was saying, the amount of people that are now probably waiting on refunds would obligate a class action lawsuit. I forget what the party number is. There has to be class action, but I want to say it's over 20. If it's 20 or higher, I think it's class action. I'm not a lawyer, and I could be absolutely 100% wrong, and I'm not telling you what to do on any legal matters. So I'm speculating from what I've read years and years and years ago. That could be inaccurate now. So you guys do what you want. I hope everybody's been well. I'm sorry I've been away for so long. I retired out of the Navy, and I moved to Texas from Virginia, and life's been throwing me some curveballs. So it's been a rough 2 years. So hope everybody's doing good. Like I said before, everybody go out there, pray for your troops, pray for this country. It needs it more than ever, and don't be a litter bug. If rioters and looters come to your village and they mean you harm, pick up your brass. And with that said, you guys have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.